Hi everybody, welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade EM and Chat Repair. As you can see, I got one of my new hats on. Got to keep the tag on to be cool. Dog hair on it. So, today we're going to work on the Gold Strike relay / motorboard. It's just it's going to be a quick one. The reason why is you get the relays and you get to adjust them, and then I do another, and then I do another, and I do another. There's not a lot on these Gottlieb wedge head motorboards. There's really not a lot on them at all. Plus it's Easter, so happy early Easter to everybody. This is recorded on, well, we're live on April 16th, and if you're watching this on YouTube, it's April 17th, so happy birthday. Happy Easter birthday, jeez. I'm going to put a couple links up real quick. That's my YouTube channel. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. MGC, there's their link. You need to get your tickets now or go. I have to look on my computer because I think my subscription ran out. So I'm going to resubscribe. Here we go. And there, that should have went. I earned a subscription badge, show me, and share, and that, and hi. There you go. Look at that, I even got a little thing on the bottom right here. 14 months in a row. If you want to do that, you can do it for free. Hopefully this is working. Yes, it worked. That is the link you can use to subscribe to tvMGC for free if you are a Prime account holder with Amazon Prime. You're probably like, dude, your star pool's freaking out. No, that's EM with a track mode. There's different settings on it. Pretty cool, huh? I can't remember how many different settings that are on it. So, I do not sell these yet. I will be installing them on machines. I don't know how many different settings. There's, what, 12, maybe 14 settings? All different to whatever you like. Interesting, huh? And when you start a game, well, actually, let's do that. So we're on the track mode. Do your blankie. It's got a little interval between. We start it up. The track mode will stop. Get your point. Ball 2. Ball 3. Now we'll be at game over. Game over, light will light. and it goes right into track mode. Pretty cool. If you are interested in this, go to my YouTube channel and look under my channels, and you'll see a guy named Tanner Walters in my YouTube channels, which is right here. Go there and look in my channels, and you'll see a channel called Tanner Walters. Go there. He's the guy who sells these attract mods for your EMs. They're pretty easy to install, and then he also sells the EM high scorekeepers. My last can of Arizona iced tea, Arnold Palmer half and half iced tea and lemonade. I love this stuff. So welcome everybody who has just tuned in. All right, let's get on to this motorboard, relay board. Here it is. Very simple. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 relays, a bunch of switch stacks on the score motor, and that's about it. So what we will do is we will go through the relays, pop them off, clean them, adjust them, put them back together, and we'll pull off parts of the board, and then we'll vacuum it. These I'm going to try to clean because they, like, if you've seen any of the other videos on this, you know that this game was in a fire at one time, and it has got heavy smoke damage, so there's like a smoke coating on everything. I'm going to switch my cameras up. There. I think that'll be a little bit better for us. I'm going to make it a little tighter. I want to get it right in the middle so we can see what's going on, and hopefully I can grab a chair, sit on a chair and do this instead of standing up. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Alright, I got a chair. We're going to work on this switch stack right here. Alright, we're on this. So, get the hairpin clip. We'll pull that out. Set that right there. This will come right up. And we can get to all the contacts. I'm going to try to get as close as I can on these. And my allergies are acting up today. Don't know why. But a lot of these contacts are just really dirty, grungy, and need a good cleaning. What you want to do is you want to really give a good tug on these wires. Because if they break, you want them to break right now. Which are good. I need to get a piece of paper. This will work. Scrap paper. I don't know if you guys remember me working on honey. I did this machine, I don't know how many years ago, but always save your scrap paper because you never know when you can use it. Alright, on these, since these are so small to get into, I'm going to be using the old sandpaper trick I do. Just because they are very hard to get into. They are so tight. I can't really get the buzzer in there good. We're going to do that. Sandpaper over here. And cut some hunks out of it. Alright, we got 3 hunks. 3 marks. They're hunks. Alright, put them over there. Now we take this and we fold it in half the long way. Like that. And then you can get into the contacts pretty easy. You're going to get in there, get the contact open. These are tight. And then you're just going to go back and forth on it. Like I said, this is not going to be a very interesting video content wise, but if we get some chatting going on, it will be a little more interesting. I'll get a flashlight and my cool headgear so we can see it easier. There, I got my flashlight and I got my cool headgear so I can see the contacts a lot easier. I'm going to move this camera a little bit. These contacts are a real bugger to get into because they're got a pretty tight tolerance together, and they don't bend a lot. What I'm doing is the ones that are open, I'm closing them and then I'm pinching the sandpaper in them and I'm going to clean them. Okay, this first half is clean. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see much of the second half. You can hear it though. When it gets dirty, you can just take it and rip a little bit of it off. Make it a little bit shorter to get your cleaning in. And I'm kind of excessive with my glasses going down in there to look at them. I just want to make sure they're opening good and they're closing good. Just want to make sure every leaf is getting a good brush to it if it can. And they are. So this 500 point relay, I believe, is nice and cleaned. I'd love to use the buzzer on this thing, but I can't. I would just totally bend every one of these contacts up real good. And they would just, it would tear them up. Okay, that one is done. And we'll take our hairpin clip and put it on there. We'll go to the next one. The paper I use to, if I can't see the contacts good when I clean it. And I will show you with a paper trick, if I can. Put the paper behind it and see how you can see the contacts now? How they're open. And when I close it, you can see them close. It's like a neat thing that lets you observe everything better. But like I said, for content-wise, this is not going to be a interesting episode, but if we get some good chat going on, it will be. The trick is getting these paper in with these little buggers. There's no real easy way to do this either. If I don't know, just doing this, it's just patience. But I have to do all these. Everyone's got to be hand cleaned. Make sure that they're opening and closing decent. How they're cleaned. Oh, this my computer. I don't want to install anything. All right. Back to the lecture at hand. That's from a song. Okay. I don't like as dirty as these are. I don't feel that they're clean enough. This is how you do Gottlieb. And if you want to see how this motor board came out like this, I made a video on it. Maybe I'll have it up next week. I'll put a little pressure on the switch. Yeah, I like that. I cleaned it pretty good. Like I said, there's no good way I can get you guys all in here to see what I'm doing. It's just pretty basic switch cleaning. But yeah, it's fun. I just think I get paid to do this. I want it real nice and tight, which is good. I know it will clean better. I'll get my thing on and see how they look. They look pretty good. That one's done. Let's see if I can do anything with these. I might as well do a little cleaning while we're at this level. I can do some cleaning on these. Like this. Try to get most of the dust and gunk out of here that I can. I can't do much without totally tearing these things completely apart. And that is something I do not do because cost-wise, it would be crazy for somebody to pay me to totally go through and take these apart in pieces to clean them. I don't restore games. What I do is I call it I refurbish. I will make them run like new as possible, depending on how war stuff is. But they won't look brand new. They will operate new. They will still have their original patina, and that's what I call a refurbishment. Because we're just technically refurbishing everything on them. Which is interesting. Okay, now let's... I think I'm going to leave one loose and then move one. But you need to get out of my way so I can put you back in there. Alright. Clip. There we go. You're clipped in. Okay, now pull this one out. And then I'll have wiggle room with that one out of the way to clean up that one. Where are we? Here we are. Alright. Do I need this on anymore? Yeah, it makes a little difference. This is the fun part. Getting in there. Take a little, rip a little bit of that off. Gets to the point where this is so short it's kind of useless. But like I said, I didn't want to spend too much time on this just because this is a very boring thing. And anybody who's hanging around here with me through this, I appreciate it. But if anybody wants to chat, I will chat. We're going to do this, and we're going to pull off some of these Jones plugs and try to clean what we can on them. Once we get done with this relay, I think we're going to go to a Jones plug. Okay, this whole side's working good. They did do good soldering and wiring on these. This one that they replaced the wiring on, they did a very good job. It looks like they replaced wire, but now that I look at it, it almost doesn't. Almost looks factory. I don't know. It looks pretty much factory almost. Alright, let's get this side. Oh, what's my dog barking about? Those all seem to move pretty good. What do you call it? Seems like it's buzzing again. my humidifier. I might have to go smack it with a screwdriver real quick. It's got a really loud buzzing that drives me crazy. Alright. I have to replace it. There. That's fixed. It's got a little solenoid that lets the water through. And it's just like getting wore out, and it's doing this just buzzing thing that drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. That's good. Let's get this back on here. Put this pin on. That is back in. Alright, let's go to these. See if we can clean them a little bit. This is I got an Ace Hardware. The number is 254203. It's just a little wire brush. It's really hard to find a good wire brush that's very small. I normally do not ever clean these, just because they're kind of self-cleaning. These I'm kind of making an exception because they're black. You can go into the front here and clean. I will show you a little bit more on these as soon as I go through this. Well, why am I cleaning that one that has no wire on it? I'll show you a little trick with these. Alright, I think that's about as clean as I'm going to get them. Alright. Jones plugs. There you can kind of see them better. Here, on Gottlieb, they're only really touching on two parts, which is right here. If you can kind of see what I'm doing, I'm actually squeezing these two together. By doing that, I'm making this Jones plug a little bit tighter. Well, that one doesn't matter because it doesn't do anything. Making it a little tighter so when the plug does go in, if I can get a plug, we'll do a little zoom on it. I'll use one of its own Jones plugs. When I get that goes in, you can see it's going to spread it now. Right there. When this goes in, it's going to spread it. See how it's spread it? Now it's wider open. That it scrapes actually the Jones plug. It will scrape it, and that's how it makes it its contact. So if you look on these Gottliebs, they're technically only grabbing on this side and this side of the Jones plug, and that's it. That's all they're grabbing. So you can clean and polish these all you want. I see people polishing these like a mirror, and they're not really doing anything good because they're only catching on this side, and that's it. They're not. There might be arcing a little bit on here, but if you put a square pin into a hole, you can see it wiggles. You're grabbing a little bit on it, and that's about it. But almost everything is going to be right here, where these two pinch. They pinch and they scrape the Jones plug on the way down. And that's how you get your connection. So since this one was black, and I could see it was just nasty, I wanted to clean it. These ones I will do a little pinch on all of them and get them tight. And then when that Jones plug goes in, it's gonna scrape away its junk off of the Jones plugs. I will still clean the Jones plugs off. I will show you that too, I guess. And better with a screwdriver sometimes. No. So get them even. I'm going to go through them again. They're a lot better now. I'll go through them again, but you can see it's going to scrape that Jones plug now when it goes in. So let's clean some Jones plugs. Let's move the camera so you can see how that's done. Let me get some Jones plug cleaner. Alright. Here we go. Jones plug. You go like this. This is a green 3M scrubby pad. Clean it like that. Clean out the other side. Go down. Go about this. You just push it from side to side, back and forth. And you'll get that inside pin good and clean. Because as you just learned on Gottlieb, that's where these things are going to attack each other. And where they're going to do probably 99% of the contact is going to be on that plug. It's still good to clean the whole thing. Don't get me wrong. Cleaning the whole thing is better than not cleaning the whole thing. You know what I mean? This I'm just going right down the middle. I still like to clean the whole thing. That's a lot cleaner than it was. So let's look at this little one. You can see how grungy and dirty it is. We will go through and clean that. Clean. Clean. Clean up this side. Clean up this side. Go down the middle. And go down each side. I'm pressing up this way and then down this way so I can get the post and a post doing some way, pushing down, pushing up, pushing down, pushing up. Same here, pushing down, pushing up, pushing down, pushing up. Now we'll get these all nice and clean again. Like I said, I've seen people mirror polish these. I don't know how much more of a connection you're going to get when this Jones plug only grabs just that little bit, you know what I mean? You're only getting like this much. See my screwdriver, the tip of it? That's all you're really touching is on these. Is like that. That's like what you're touching, and that's about it. Well, actually more like about like that. When this goes in there, that's most of your contact was going to be right on that. Like there. Right here and right there is most of your contact. And the rest is just, you know, hanging in there. But anyways, those are clean now. Let me squeeze the side back together. Well, I don't think I did squeeze it. Alright, let's get these Jones plugs off so we can vacuum. Doing that. So we're going to go to old electric. Electric is so much fun. Nasty. It's just that these are just so dirty. So much easier to adjust them this way. These are all loose. You need to do this once in a while on your machine. If you ever take them out, it's best to just adjust them once. Now when this game goes back home, these will still have tension on them. It's just, you know, throughout the years with heat cycles and stuff like that, they just naturally will stay more open. And we don't want that. Let me move these screws to a safer spot because we're going to get that vacuum cleaner out over here. Of course, this one's been replaced. There, those there, yeah. And then this, there. Alright, so we got this. Alright, let's move my junk out of the way and we will get the vacuum cleaner And we'll clean this small little area here. What I use is this. This is all garbage. Throw that in there. This, I got it off of eBay. It's a vacuum hose attachment. Let you hook up to any like shop vac, and then this is where you put your attachments on the end. And I will usually use either this one or this one. I'm going to use this one right now. That just goes in there. I'll get this over here. Might as well widen this all out. I get my little baby shop vac that I paid, I think, $5 or $10 for. It's a little 1 horsepower. Put that right there. Get my extension cord, plug it in. Get the hose off. Put this on. Now it's going to get loud. Let's get this off, because you can vacuum under here too. And that screws in there tight. There we go. Look at that. Jeez, that's what the wood looked like brand new. That is crazy, isn't it? Brand new. Tight. Let's get this fuse off. This says it's a 5 amp slow blow, and man, that is dirty. Where's my little hat thing? I want to look at the fuse to see what it really is. Want to see something that's really crazy? Remember I said this game wasn't a fire? See the fuse? No, see how it's spinning? That's the part that was clamped. Now you can see the line where it wasn't clamped. It's on both sides of the fuse. So the whole time this machine's been worked on and gone through, nobody has ever pulled out a fuse, probably to verify what the fuse was, yet alone clean the fuse holder. Look at that. Let me do manual focus. There. Isn't that crazy? That's the area right there that was never, that was laying up on top. And then that was underneath. So both sides of the fuse. It's just, yeah, it never was really gone through good. So let's, get on that. Where's my green Scotch-Brite? We will clean the end on it. Get it so it's all one color again. I know some people are like, put new fuses in. Well, why? These fuses are good. They're working. Why put new fuses in? Why don't I put a new transformer in too? Why don't I put a new score motor in? The stuff works. It works, so why replace it? I know some people are like, well, I put new fuses in every time. Well, that's great. But if the fuse works or it doesn't work, it doesn't like half work. So as long as this works and it's the correct value, it will go back in. I just want to determine it's the correct value now since I can read it. And it says it's a 5. So that means it's good for me. So now we will take that little fuse holder and we will get my buzzer, which is this. Let's see if I can get you a look at that fuse holder too. Why is my phone goofy? Yeah. Oh, I got mail. More pinball parts or not? Yes, that's true. I got pinball parts in the mail. I don't think we're going to use the vacuum cleaner anymore. Because it just gets boring after a little bit. But I wanted to show you how I cleaned it. I want to get the fuse if I can. There. I don't know how good you can see that, but I can clearly see it's dirty. You know why? Because watch. Did that reveal anything to you? No, not much, I guess. It's brighter to me. caked on pretty good. Yeah, you can't really tell. Let's see if when I do this one, if that makes more of a difference to you guys. But this is nice and brass colored, shiny copper again. I don't know, I think you can see that pretty good a little bit. My brush is starting to get wore out. I think that's cleaner. Yeah, you can see some shine now. Right there you can see the shine. So the fuse holder's cleaner. Now, where'd my, there it goes. Let's clean that up a little bit better. Let's do a continuity check on it too. Fuses look good, but they can be bad. So let's do that too. And let's get my voltmeter. Good. It's doing the beep. There. We get a fuse put back in. I'll leave this off to the side because I need to check the other fuses. So maybe we can spin this thing around and get to the score motor. Let me put this clip back in. I have that all cleaned underneath. I just want to look at it one more time. Make sure I did it. Yes, that's working beautiful. Yep. We'll get to the score motor, and I'll show you how you can get through on that. That is in. Let's put the paper up there in case we need it. This can go on a table along with my scrubber, my screwdriver brush. Let's put these screws back in here because we were done with that, I guess. We're done cleaning this area. I know how I'm going to be cleaning the rest of these switches. put on some music. And we're going to be cleaning the switches to music. But since we're on Twitch, I can't really have any good music due to copyright stuff. So we won't be having none of that. But I can jam out as much as I want to, as long as I'm not live. There. These can go like that. I got these 4 screws. Oh, that was eBay saying your stuff is delivered. I forgot what I ordered. I really did. And then you put these screws down. You want to make sure no wires are underneath the Jones plugs, and you're going to pinch them. I can still smell the smoke on this game. Well, every time I come downstairs, I can still smell it a little bit. I don't know if that's just being weird. I can't remember how long ago this guy said that this machine was in a fire. But I feel I can still smell it. Alright. Those are clean. That area has been vacuumed. Get the buzzer. Unplug it. Move it. Move the light. Oh, it says something I watch soon is almost over, which doesn't matter because I bought a different version of what I watched that was a little cheaper and new. These fuse the exact same way. They're just dirty. I do want to fix these. We're going to fix these real quick. This is for the tilt ball. This, the ends fell off of it. So we will fix that real quick. I don't know how important it is. Nobody really tilts their game that bad anymore. Or they're lifting it up. Alright, we got that. We'll get a new end and we'll crimp a new end on there and we'll put it onto the switch. Alright. What size is it going to be? Blue? It's going to have to be blue because that's all I have. Oh, I do get red. I don't think it's going to be blue or red. It's going to be one of them. We got red, which is smaller. It's probably going to be red. Red. Red has a smaller wire. Blue is a bigger wire. So we're going to use red. since it's a smaller gauge. I don't know where I got this from, so I can't tell you. Alright. I'll put that in here. I don't like these crimpers, my good one's out in the garage. I need to bring my good one into the house. But this will do the job. Ooh, my knuckle's cracked. That's not going anywhere. Besides, onto here. Come on. Do I gotta open it up a little bit? There we go. It's gonna have a good tight fit, that's for sure. There we go. And this one, it's a little loose. Well, let's not use that. Let's just use this. A little squeeze. A little squeeze. There. It's nice and tight. That is just tilt. Like I said, when I was pulling this apart, I noticed it was just dangling. Half of it was attached. And it was real loose. So, I guess we can go with the buzzer on that later on too. Okay. When I bring the buzzer back, we're going to use the buzzer actually on these. On the top ones. I can buzz the top ones. So we will buzz the top ones, and then I'll show you how I can get to the bottom ones. Okay. The buzzer is just a cheap Harbor Freight Dremel with a actual real Dremel 443 bit in it. So let's buzz this real quick. That's done. Now these. That was easy, wasn't it? Yeah, that was easy. This one isn't. Thankfully, you got these little windows, which isn't really a window. It's more of the this indentation for the stoppers. If you put it in the right spot, you can usually get down in there to get at some of them, but not all of them. Okay, we got to that one. These other ones I'm going to have to do the old-fashioned way. And how many are here? Looks like 2. We got 2 switches. Old-fashioned way. It's the only way I know how to get to them. I've seen people make tools like a super long 443 bit, but I haven't made one yet. Wonder if I can just get down in there. Well, I'll be in. I got down in there. And this switch isn't making any contact. Huh. Not even move it that much. You did have some issues with this not starting up. And I knocked the thing off of it, that's why. Which is good. This came off. We will have to put a brand new one on. Which is good, it came off. That means it was going to break eventually anyways. So this little switch stack piece came off. So what we're going to do is we're going to repair that, and that's why that switch isn't moving. Which is awesome. So we are going to fix that. I wonder if this can be reused. I'm not thinking so. So we're going to fix that right now. And get my buzzer out of the way. I have to get to my leaps. And there they go. I have some new ones of these. I have to see what size they are. Nope. Nope. Is it the 7/32? Nope. It's one size bigger. No, it's not that one, that's for sure. It's too small. 1/4? Yeah, it looks like it's the 1/4. So yes, we will put a new 1/4 inch on there. These are always fun to put on. Alright. Oh, I need a little screwdriver. So that is good that happened, because that tells me that was gonna fail eventually. And it's better to fail on me, excuse me, right now than to fail on a customer, you know, a couple months from now or something like that, which is really good. Let me get all my stuff ready. Stay on there. There we go. Do not want this falling apart on me. Alright, this is going to go right on here as soon as I can get it where it needs to be. This is going to be so much fun. There we go. Now, when it goes like that, it does that. Okay. Now we got that like that. I'm going to take this, which is this. Let me heat it up with my lighter. Get it as hot as I can. And I'm going to give it a little mash. Which didn't do much. Okay. Last time I did this, I used my soldering iron, which works so much better. Plug the buzzer, plug the soldering iron in. There. I think that was just enough. Yep. There. Now we got that repaired. That was just enough. We just want to melt the end enough so it can't fall off. And that's what we did. All right. So let's put this back there. Now my soldering iron stinks. Sorry if I'm blocking you, but I kind of got to get this back together quickly before I bump it and I make it fall apart. There we go. Turn that off and get it out of my way. All right, get my lighter out of the way. There we go. Well, that's great. And it's doing its job. Let's make sure this one is too. When does that one get touched? There we go. That one I could probably tweak in a little bit. Yeah, that one was good. Let's look at these. These are all doing good. Beautiful. That's how you redo all that. Okay, which was super fun. Like I said, I'm glad this broke when it did. This is garbage. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. There. See how it's got a little bump on it? I'm trying to get it the right way. So there you go. See, it's got that little bump. That's got to be like over 2 times as tall. 2 to 3 times taller. So that way you can stick it through the hole in the leaf and melt it down to flatten the top. So it sticks on the leaf and it never pops off. And that's what broke off when I cleaned it. Then that means it was gonna break soon, which was good. So which was pretty good. We did some preventative maintenance on something that was gonna break and corrected it before it happened. Let me show you the old school way of getting down into these contacts. Let me get this out of my way. I love this Hako. It only takes a little bit to heat up and it's done. Old school way. Flat leaf, your flat sandpaper, which is fun. And then, let me move you over here a little bit. If you can, you turn this a little bit so you can get down into the leaves through it, which is not always easy. And then you have to go down through the top. Hopefully you can get your paper to stay together. Get down through the top and then go and clean it like that. This is just one leaf I'm cleaning. Okay, that's one leaf. Well, this next one is going to be real hard. Maybe I'll have to go down. Yeah, they make these not easy to get at. Sometimes it's easier just taking a stack apart, which I don't want to do. And sometimes a lot of F-bombs drop when you do that. Sometimes you got to get in there with a little screwdriver, open the leaf up a little bit, just so you can get in there, and then close the leaf with the other half of the stack so you can clean it. Now I tighten it back up again. Okay, that was one. Now we got one that's right here. It's gonna be fun. It's like really impossible to even film this. It's like patience, really patience work. Just to get in there, to get out all these leaves. I got one more, thankfully, on this side. As you can see, this is not the funnest job, but it's got to be done. I'm taking extra time on doing this too. You want to make sure these are perfectly good and clean. Right, then this last one we can open up. Try to get down through here and there. Put the pressure on it. Here. That looks clean. That looks clean, and that looks clean. Now we gotta see what they do. They're all opening, and they're all closing. There you go, you can see it kind of now. Remember, these only spin one way too. You can rock it just a little bit, but once you get past the click, you can't. Right there, now you can't. Now this one, you know, I went past the click. I think this is going to be the last stack I do. Just because this is kind of, you've seen it once, you've seen it all. It's just rinse, dry, repeat. And believe it or not, that's like the second time I've ever had to replace one of these. The one game I had to replace it on, it was non-existent. It wasn't there. These contacts are a little off. They're not sitting flush. So I want to make them sit as more flush there. I normally never file anything except for stuff like that. And then boom, we're going to go to another one and another one, and it's like, do you guys really want to watch me do the same thing over and over and over? I don't think so. Now this, you'll get at these gears. These gears are pretty dry. There was no clip on here either. I'm going to find one and put a new clip on. I have extras just for this purpose. I'm going to take a little Naphthalene Q-tip and wipe off these gears. I'm going to go get my 3-in-1 oil first, which is all the way in another room. Alright, I got my 3-in-1 oil. I got my naphtha. I got my Q-tips. So we'll go through this now too. I'm just going to flip this up. I'm just going to go around on the gears and clean up the nastiness that's on them. And then we're going to put a fresh coat of 3-in-1 oil on them. There isn't too much nastiness. These gears are in real nice clean shape. They could use a little bit of dirty cleaned off of them. really nothing that's dirty on them. It's just, I'm just basically making them look a little nicer. That's really about it. Just taking some of the dirt that's on them off. See, they're really clean. Not really that dirty. I figured while I'm in here I might as well just clean what I can off of it. You know, just do a little maintenance. Otherwise they're in really excellent shape. Somebody went through these at one time and did a little clean on them. Alright, that's clean. Alright, I think I'm going to put a little 3-in-1 oil on them. Not too much. This comes off like that. Put it where they ride, right there, drop there, and some Q-tip to clean the extra junk off. Remember, this only spins one way. You can always tell by looking at this stop here. Right here. You can see how this post is going to ride over it like that. Like that. You can see it, if you spun it back this other way, it's going to just go behind it. So that kind of lets you know right away that this can only spin. I can't really. It only can spin one way. See how this post is right here? Once it goes over, that flips up. If I spun it backwards, see what happens? It's going to go behind and just rip this whole stack apart. This lets you know that this can only go this way. Alright, I want to see how the gears look now. So I'm going to clean a little bit more of this oil off. Doesn't need to be excessive. I have nowhere to stick my magnet. Right there's the screw. Just got a little bit more dirt on here that I just want to get off so that I can see better now. That's it. The really just dirt was just, you know, like dust. That's all I really cleaned off of it. And then I just add a little oil. But everything I really cleaned off was just dust. I want to put one drop right here where this goes down through. There. that'd be about it. Otherwise, there's like nothing to do except for rinse, dry, and repeat. Go over this and over this again with the same old thing. Clean a relay, move it, clean another relay, move it, clean another relay, move it, clean another switch stack, move it, clean another switch stack, clean another leaf, move it, clean another leaf, move it, clean another leaf, move it. You know what I mean? This is probably one of the most boring episodes I did, but there's a lot of information that's I gave in it that will maybe help somebody, and that's really what I want to do. Yeah, I could clean this off pretty good. I'm going to clean off as much as I can. I can't do too much because I can't get too much into there. And this is, like I said, it's just 3-in-1 oil. It's good for that. It's a little drop is all you need. Don't need much. Alright. Maybe you can get these fuses easier here. See what I mean? How dirty they are? There's the fuse again. Isn't that crazy? But they're in good condition, which is good. So yeah, I'm going to rinse, dry, and repeat everything else on here. I'm going to go through and tighten up everything. Pull the plug out for the motor here, clean that off, tighten up the pins on it, do everything else, blah, blah, blah. Like I said, it's going to be a boring episode. It's a lot of the same thing over and over and over again. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, I'll put my hat on for you. There. But yeah, cool. If you want to support Mark's Basement Arcade, there's a link for swag. If you're into that, that will help support by getting, Mark's Basement Arcade name out. However, if you really, really want to support Mark's Basement Arcade, and if you got PayPal, you can just go to PayPal. And my email address is marksbasementarcade@gmail.com, and you can just give me a donation if you want. But let's talk about Midwest Gaming Classic. It's coming up April 29th through May 1st. You need to get your butt there because that's what this channel is about, gaming. So my show here is just, I do a lot of EM repair. I've done other types of stuff too. But Midwest Gaming Classic is everything you need to know about gaming. Every type of gaming you can think of is there. Board gaming, computer gaming, console gaming, arcade gaming, role-play gaming, old retro video game system gaming, vendors, there's food there. There'll be a cool live show on Saturday night for all the very important gamers. I think those tickets are almost sold out. It is April 29th through May 1st. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Star Pool is right behind me. You can check out the EM Scorekeeper that will be on it and the track mode that will be on it. And both of them are made by Tanner Walters. You can get to his information through my YouTube page, which is right there. Go to there, like and subscribe, and then go down to my channel tab, click on that, and you'll see Tanner's page, and you can click on his thing and see what all of his YouTube videos on what he does with the EM scorekeeper and the track mode. I want to wish all of you guys and girls happy Easter tomorrow. If you're watching this live, it's Saturday. If you're watching this recorded on Mark's Basement Arcade on YouTube, or previously backlogged on Twitch. I don't think it stays too long on Twitch, so that's why I put it on YouTube. But it will be on YouTube on Sunday, so happy Easter that way. I don't know, has anybody else got any other questions? Like I said, I'm going to be sitting here on this machine by myself, cranking some tunes. That doesn't close and open that good. And doing rinse, dry, and repeat on everything on here that you guys saw. So at least we cleaned 2 sets of switch stacks on the score motor. We've found a tab that was going to break, that we broke the rest of the way, which was really good. So we showed how to fix one of those. We showed how to get down there the old school way to clean the switch stacks. You can take them off and clean them too if you want, but I don't like to take them off. I like to just leave them on Gottlieb's, because if you take off the stacks and you don't put them back together, you're going to be in a world of hurt the way they open and close. I highly recommend leaving them on there and cleaning them versus taking them off, unless you really know what you're doing. I like leaving them on. I don't like taking them off. We showed how to take these relays, bank apart, and go through it and clean them. I showed you how I take parts off the playfield and vacuum them, which I got to do to everything except for the score motor. I can get around that by lifting it up. We showed how to crimp a new connector on. That's about it. Like I said, this was gonna not be the most interesting, most awesome show I've ever done, but it was informative. It showed you how to do certain little things. The little things matter on EMs. It's you pass up that one little thing that doesn't do its job, and that's what happened to this game. That's why it's here, because one little thing didn't want to do its job, and the game got stuck in reset, where it just was doing that famous da 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 da. If you've worked on EMs, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't worked on EMs, go to Mark's Basement Arcade, and I have almost 500 videos that show you how to work on all of these little parts on EMs, and you can learn. You can pause it, do your little bit. I recommend watching the whole video first to see in order how everything goes together, or how I screw it up, and then put it back together, so you can see what not to do and what to do all in the same time. And then you can go back, take your stuff apart, and then pause the video, and then do your little bit, and then pause it. But the number one thing with EM repair is a camera. You need a camera, a cell phone camera, or a little digital camera to take pictures of everything that you're working on. That's my biggest recommendation, is pictures, pictures, pictures. You can go off. We don't need you on anymore. Pictures, pictures, pictures. Do that. All right. Everybody, thank you for stopping in. Have a happy Easter. If you see me at Midwest Gaming Classic, stop by and say, hey, Mark, hi, how are you doing? If you want a cool hat, this is embroidered, just so you know. Look at that. That is so awesome looking. If you want a cool hat to hide your bald spot, here's my swag. But also, if you like Mark's Basement Arcade and you really, really want to support me, all the money I do make, which isn't a lot, it goes back into buying naphtha, wax, screwdrivers, Target Q-tips. It goes back into all that, and it helps me make videos for you. Like I said, if you want to buy swag, cool, you can walk around with Mark's Basement Arcade here. Or if you just want to donate cash, just go to your PayPal and then type in Mark's Basement Arcade, all in one, at gmail.com, and you can make a donation that way. But anyways, do anybody have a question? Otherwise, I'm gonna hit that stop streaming button. I'm actually gonna hit the end button first, and then I'm gonna hit the stop streaming. So if anybody's got any questions about anything, what I'm bringing MGC is Star Pool, and I'm gonna bring a Beat Flight 2000. That will be a whole nother video series. I'm putting a new playfield in it, so I kind of like to let people see the before. You can see it all beat, and then maybe when I get to the playfield and everything, and then maybe I'll bring it in next year so everybody can see it finished. That'd be cool. But then when I get the new playfield and all that stuff on, do I really want people to beat on it? Because it's going to look so cherry. I don't know. We'll see. This is getting a new playfield too. It's right over in the box behind the monitor. This playfield's really beat. So anyways, I guess that's about it. And take my hat off. Put it over there. Everybody, happy Easter. Be safe, take care. And I will see you next weekend. Yeah, I think maybe we can squeeze in one more show before MGC, about the week of MGC. Nope. I'll be at MGC and having a blast. So everybody, take care and later.